2 engines, 1 chassis, and an $11,000 gap. In today's market, opting for gas isn't a budget compromise. It's a tactical decision. Let's look at the scorecard. 5 rounds, 1 winner. The L8T Gas versus the L5P Diesel. The Duramax runs a 16:1 compression ratio, built for that massive turbo squeeze. The L8T runs 10.8:1. The L8T uses variable valve timing, but it completely eliminates cylinder deactivation and auto start-stop. The L5P is an absolute powerhouse, but it's a complex chemistry lab under the hood. L8T 1, Duramax 0. L8T wins for mechanical simplicity. But if you think the diesel guys are mad about this round, wait until you see the math in round 3. Round 2, physics. It doesn't care about your wallet. At 6,000 feet of elevation, a naturally aspirated engine loses roughly 18% of its air charge. The L8T is flat out gasping, but the L5P's variable geometry turbo forces atmosphere down its throat. It doesn't care about thin air. 975 pound-feet of torque stays 975, whether you're at sea level or you're crossing the Rockies. If you haul heavy up high, the diesel is a necessity. L8T 1, Duramax 1. Duramax wins for altitude dominance. The Duramax ties it up, but we're heading straight into the payload penalty next. Round 3. That Duramax block and its chemistry set adds weight to your truck and subtracts from capacity. On a 2500 truck, that weight comes directly out of your legal payload sticker. We're talking about a drop from roughly 3,600 pounds in the gas truck down to 2,900 pounds in the diesel. That weight difference is basically a trailer's tongue weight that you just lost. When you factor in the $11,000 premium up front, the L8T keeps your cash liquid and your capacity high. L8T 2, Duramax 1. L8T wins for 700 plus pounds of extra payload. Gas takes the lead again, but round 4 is where the real 200,000 mile war is won and lost. Round 4. I asked you guys in the community tab who wins this battle. At SReedMX dropped this hot take. He said, unless you have a Class A CDL, you can't legally tow enough to justify that bump in price. He's hitting on a massive truth. To really make a diesel pay for itself, you have to be working it at weights that most non-commercial drivers never touch. For the rest of us, maintenance is the tiebreaker. Servicing the L8T is 8 quarts of 5W30 and a spin-on filter. It's old school. The L5P demands 10 quarts of 1540. A fuel filter and a DEF system that costs more and can put you into limp mode over a corrupted sensor. On a 110-degree Vegas summer day, simplicity wins the longevity award. L8T 3, Duramax 1. L8T wins for maintenance and simplicity. Round 5, let's be real. The Duramax badge is like cash in the bank. In the used market, it holds its value incredibly well. And you will get a massive chunk of that upfront money back when you sell it. Plus, when you're hooked to 20,000 pounds, the factory exhaust brake alone is worth it on a steep hill. The L8T can pull a house, but the L5P wants to. Duramax wins for high resale and heavy towing. Final tally, 3-2 for the L8T. The Duramax has the muscle, but the L8T has the logic. If you aren't towing every single day, you're paying for a badge you don't need. If you think the diesel was robbed, tell me down in the comments below. I'll be there.